Hi, this is a recorded lecture for the IB DP Design Technology topic 4.2F on composites. A composite is a material comprised of two or more constituent materials that have different properties. So for an example, we have this. This is fiberglass. So you're using fiberglass and epoxy resin to create different shapes that are interesting or can't be made in other ways. This is concrete. Concrete is a mix of sand, aggregate, and of course, cement. And you're going to mix that together to get concrete. The big ideas with composites are that its new technologies are allowing for the creation of new materials with specific properties for specific uses. Composites are replacing traditional materials. And an example would be, like I mentioned before, reinforced concrete using concrete and steel reinforcement bars, which are called like rebars. And you can see that here. These are some sort of rebar down here, this steel cage that the concrete's being poured into. Custom shapes and products can quickly be manufactured, and materials can be quickly and effectively joined together. So an example of this might be carbon fiber composites. They have a wide range of uses in aerospace. They have really high strength, low weight, and the ability to be shaped into lots of different ways. Composites may have disadvantages, such as being expensive and energy intensive to manufacture, and they may use toxic materials to make and have non-recyclable and toxic byproducts. So that can be an issue with composites. Generally, when we're talking about composites, we can think of them as being fibers or sheets or particles that have reinforcement in some sort of matrix or glue. They can be fiber or sheets or particles that have been made from textiles, glasses, plastics, woods, or carbon. The matrix can be made from thermoplastic, thermal setting plastic, concrete, rocks, ceramics, metal. It is made via the process of weaving or molding or pultrusion or lamination. So one of the composite materials that you really want to know is concrete, and this is made from water, Portland cement, and aggregates such as gravel and sand. You can see that this is an example of what concrete is generally made out of. And this video here shows you how cement is made, and it's probably a good idea for you to have an understanding of that. So please watch that video. We can talk about engineered wood. So this is going back to the section on wood in topic 4.2b. And so engineered wood like plywood can be considered a composite because it's got sheets of wood or plies of wood, and then it's got that glue matrix or adhesive that holds the different plies together. And if you remember, that's called laminated veneer lumber. There's other engineered woods such as particle board, which is small chips of wood or sawdust that's held together again with an adhesive. So it's a composite material. Fiberglass, this goes back to our section on glass. So this is strands of glass that form mats, then it's covered with a resin, so either a polymer or a thermosetting plastic. Kevlar is a synthetic fiber that is covered in resin, and they use it in things like bulletproof vests or canoes. It's a pretty versatile composite. Carbon fiber is quite new, and just like fiberglass, it is going to be a mat of carbon fiber, and then it is covered in some sort of resin. And you can see the process of them making a carbon fiber part here. There's some advantages and disadvantages to using composites. They have high performance and low mass, but they can be more brittle than non-composites. You can use laminated ply patterns that can be tailored to omnidirectional mechanical specifications, but they're not easy to repair. So if a part breaks, essentially it has to be completely replaced. You can't just swap something out. This is particularly true of something like a carbon fiber bicycle. If the frame of the carbon fiber bicycle breaks, like it's garbage. You can't replace that. You can make really complex parts that can be molded in very complex ways, but they may not have the aesthetic qualities of non-composites. The part counts can be reduced, so you just don't need as many parts, but if one part breaks, the whole thing may need to be thrown out. And they are lower cost and resistant to corrosion. All right, thank you for watching.